Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the Get Your Happy podcast, where I post every first and third Thursday, and I'm giving you all the tools for organic happiness, life after trauma, and emotional, hiccups that happen in life. And so I want to talk about risk. Oh my goodness, I know we all get a little timid and shy around risk. So I want to tell you there is a reward in every risk that happens. And so why we should take them and why it's important to love taking risks, because it can definitely lead you to a pool of abundance. So, whether you're starting your very own business or, you are launching a new project, or simply you're trying to nail that same recipe, fall is here and we're already, we're thinking about what we're going to make for the holidays. I'm so excited. We actually, here in Florida, we got a little break in the hot weather. There is a breeze, and I already made sure I brought my blazer out. And I'm very excited. I'm very, very stinking excited. So I love this time of year. I know it's been definitely a challenging year for, most, but more so this brings, it's a humbling feeling, when the weather starts to break. And, I'm excited. So let's talk about the episode. Reward in every risk. Keep on watching if you have something that you're thinking of doing, but you're not sure how to get started, or if you want to do it or not. Grab your pen, grab your paper, let's do it. So again, whether it's a new hobby that you're trying to, finally nail, a recipe, or, maybe you're looking to invest. You're investing money. If you watch my previous episodes on how to gain a healthy relationship with money, maybe we're thinking about investing or simply investing into ourselves. And so if that is the case, then make sure you're taking notes. There is a reward. No matter what risks you're trying to take, there is simply a reward in every single risk. I can't say it enough. So even if things, don't go as planned, the reward will, it'll help you discover that you can do absolutely anything. So in this episode, we're just talking about why taking that big leap will show you how to rejoice in all of your abundance. So number one, the first thing is you're going to learn to love what's unfamiliar to you, or what is, we grow this uncertainty, what if things go wrong, or what if I'm not good enough, or all these things. We already know our affirmations are in our back pocket, and we should be affirming positive things, positive emotions. And so with that, we got to really love to learn what's unfamiliar to us. So you learn to adapt to the adventure, right? So, if it's, think about, rock climbing. If you're afraid of heights, like I am, I always think about the end result. I am going to feel amazing when I get to the very top. I'm going to see the beautiful view. I'm going to feel grateful that I was able to do it. And, I always talk about, I always advise, whenever you're into the world of the unknown, it's unfamiliar. We start to get shaky and we're nervous. And I always say, one of my biggest advice, pan the room. When you go in, it's like walking into a department store. You walk into that store, you've never been there before, and you really got to sit back, take a breath, and really just pan the room. And that's what I always talk about when you're doing anything new. Take a breath, really just sit there and, feel what you're feeling, and just, notice what you're seeing, or, maybe you're on a phone call and you get that phone call and, there's some uncertainty there. Really just take a breath and listen. and feel the emotions that you have, then go on and tackle it. I guarantee you will thank yourself. No matter what it is you're doing, you're going to love the feeling of uncertainty, and there's a bit of adventure there. So that is number one. So once we figure out, once we've, fallen in love with the adventure, the next thing is you're going to grow thick skin. So whatever it is that, you're risking it all for, you're going to feel those no's. So maybe you got 1,000 no's for that one yes, or maybe, we're just, really just trying our hardest at that recipe, and it keeps failing over and over and over again. And we're, hoping to get it right. So once you do, you're really going to enjoy it. You're going to be, again, grateful. You're going to feel good that you've tackled it. What I like to share here is a story of mine. A lot of people may not know, if you're new to the channel or new to me, TanyaBDrake. I actually started a business in 2013, and I had it till 2016. It was a commercial granola company. It was called Cosma. It was very risky. Very, very extremely risky. There was so many risks. There were risks every day, and I had found a way to really fall in love with the adventure. There were a lot of things that were really new to me. So I actually applied, me and my co-founder, we had applied to Shark Tank. And we had applied several times, filling out the, 46-page application. We had, went down to Miami to, wait in line for hours. I mean, hours. We got in line at about 11 o'clock. We didn't get out of line to actually, do our pitch for our brand, not until 8 o'clock. And so, there was a lot of risk. There was risk even going there. And so at the very end, we pitch our brand and we're waiting for the feedback, and, we're feeling good. We're all pumped. There was all this rush of, of energy. And so one day we're actually, we didn't get any feedback. We were told that they were full for the next season. And we didn't really hear anything back from the producers. And they, it was just a long period of waiting. So anywho, we are in one of our local stores here, where we had, presented our product. We're actually demoing some of our product. And so while we were demoing, Kevin Harrington walks up and he says, "This stuff is absolutely amazing. Let me buy some." And incredible feeling. And, things, like I said, it doesn't always go as planned, but you are thankful when, you have something as similar as that scenario, where it's just reaping energy of abundance and manifestation, because that's what's happening. You're manifesting what you want. And so when you take those risks, you're really manifesting, what you're trying to achieve. And so we were attracting and manifesting one of the hosts from Shark Tank to come our way. And, we didn't necessarily have to go get it. They came to us. We put that energy out there. We took the risk. And see, it's just a recipe for just all out reward. So I want to read a quote, because, I always have to give a quote in each episode. This lesson, it's with Gabby Douglas, the Olympic winner, gold medal winner, and author. She says, "Hard days are the best because that's when champions are made." So I'll repeat that. Make sure you write it down. I'm watching you, making sure you're taking notes. So hard days are the best because that's when champions are made. So really don't get down on yourself when you feel like, it's not going as planned, the recipe is failing, or, oh my God, what if I lose all my funds, trying to do this investment, I'm trying to buy this home. What if I don't get approved? What if I, take the midterm and I don't pass? All those are self-sabotage, and it's really fear taking you away from what you're trying to achieve. So just remember that. So the very last thing is, whenever you're taking risk or being risque, you maximize your trust. You maximize on your trust with yourself and with others, mentally and physically. You begin to, really just gain this sense of clarity of what you can physically stand for. So now that you've taken these new risks, you learn what again, you can and you cannot handle. And if you can't handle it, just remember it can always be modified to what you really want, right? So I want you to really just let that simmer now that you have your notes. So remember, when you take risks, you grow thick skin. You learn to be adaptable to adventure, and you learn how to trust your intuition, that third eye. It is wide open. So just make sure that you exercise taking risks, and I guarantee you will reap all of the reward in abundance. So I want you to now comment below and tell me, what are you risking it all for? What are you doing? What's coming up? And I know that I am taking a risk with myself. I am coming out announcement with the first ebook. So it's going to be a guide to the happiness guide book that I'm currently working on. It's a project I'm working on. I'm very nervous, but I figure I just make that announcement right here, right now, because I'm feeling so good. So that ebook is coming soon, and then right after that ebook, it's going to be a free ebook. And right after that, I'm going to soon release the actual book of the happiness guide. But enough of that. I am giving it all the way. Giving it all the way. So make sure you comment below if you like this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment below, ring my bell, and turn on those notifications so that way you know all things happy. So remember to live abundantly, love your authenticity, and radiate organic happiness. So I will see you back on the next episode. Just make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see you back soon.